You have to live beyond your label. Sometimes when things are starting to happen in your life and God is starting to increase you, God is starting to grow you, God is starting to bless you, all of a sudden you have to start dealing with those who become jealous. And the way that they want to deal with you is to either frame you one way or label you another way. If you don't let them push you over, they'll call you divisive. If you put the work in and just flat out work on your craft, your skill, and what God has called you to do day by day, by day, and you put the reps in, they'll say you're cocky. They got 1,000,001 different labels to frame you with that they don't ever want others to receive you. So they try to paint you a whole nother way. Now, you may be the nicest person in the world. You may be ever so, but people pass judgment and they will sometimes follow the perception that's given to you. Go meet that person for yourself. Be a judge on your own. Find out, is it you or is it just your insecure clan? That they gotta put a label. But even if they have labeled you and you feel like you were unfairly labeled, live beyond your label. Every great from the Holy Writ, if they ever put time into their walks per scripture, you'll find out that they were labeled. Labels are a dime a dozen, just like opinions. Everybody has one. Your call is to live beyond your label. No matter how they label you, labels don't stand the next test of time. I've seen people that they said in the church, oh, he's through in the church, because they put that label on them. And then the same person that said he's through, I see people playing up to that person because God brought that person through and over. You can live beyond your label. God can lift you up above the label. Don't allow the label to stop you. I'm just telling you today that sometimes you've been labeled, and that label may have been ever so unfair, but so is favor. Favor ain't fair. God's calling you through my voice on today, but it could be yours just as quickly. We all have to live beyond labels. If you were not worth it, they wouldn't create a whole label for you. If you were not bearing up and being someone that God is showing others that God is using you at this time, they wouldn't have all the secret meetings. Look, you just got to live beyond the label. You're going to have to let them talk while you work. You're going to have to let them label while you put the reps in. You're going to have to keep pushing and fight the good fight of faith and live beyond the label that they've chosen to put over your life. Live beyond the labels. I want you to like, share, subscribe, share this with somebody that's fighting some labeling right now. Because it's amazing how we'll label someone that may be living it and doing it just as the book says, but because of somebody's divisive label. Sometimes they can't think of any other way to defeat you. So they just go out and make it up and make a label. Well, did you see X do that? Well, no, but I could just tell. The Spirit told me, live beyond your labels. Be best. Be blessed and be best. Be blessed.